talk about that.
Ready?
Hurted my finger. Wow. I was fucking rocking out so hard I injured myself. This is a fucking occupational hazard here on Taproot Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
How the hell is everybody doing tonight?
Oh man, it's been this show came a lot faster than I expected it.
All these shows came on faster than we expected. Yeah. Like we were just talking about that this weekend, man. At the shows, like it was like, oh, we have all this time forever, and then but I even said back then, I'm like, it's gonna seem like we have all this time, but then all of a sudden it's gonna be like, holy shit, the first show is like next week, and it was. And now there's another show, and just wait till September when it really gets fucking crazy. And we're like literally, basically after we get to September, I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna have to leave like Wednesday every week, get home Monday. Basically come home for Taproot Tuesday and then leave again. Like that's literally gonna be my fucking life.
Yeah.
Hey Brian, have fun at work, man. We're good, Tom Byron. How are you? Rhode Island in the fucking house. I hope you come out to the vault. I can't wait till October either.
Heck yeah.
Fucking MySpace, baby. So what do you guys think of the new VIP? If you didn't, some of you caught that, I know, but when we were starting, Phil was like, what are we going to play? He was like, no one else to play. I'm like, I love no one else to play him, but we've played it like the last 3 weeks. So I'm like, fuck it, we'll play the new VIP. Because people have heard the song, but they haven't heard the song, you know?
Right. Yeah, there's some things that really jump out on that mix.
Julia.
Toms.
Dude. I know. You probably haven't really heard that yet, have you?
Yeah, I don't think so. Julius the man, the myth.
Oh, dude. We are. It's just funny. So I'm sitting here texting with Sean Danielson from Smile Empty Soul.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. So I was sitting here, I hit up everybody, like all of my friends that are playing this weekend, right? like trying to get somebody to come on with us just to plug Northwoods Rock Rally. I had Steve and PJ from Trickster. Steve was literally playing a show in Long Island. He's like, "Oh, dude, I'm on stage. I just got done. What's up?" I'm like, "Oh," and then PJ, he couldn't do it. I hit up Sean. And he's like, "Dude, we're about to go on stage in like 10 minutes." I'm like, everyone. Apparently, everybody. I hit up Soil. Like literally everybody that is playing this weekend is playing a show tonight somewhere but us.
Right.
Home. But it's so funny because they're all like, dude, I'd love to another time. So I'm like, and I just said, well, maybe you guys can come on next Tuesday and we'll recap. So like next Tuesday, we'll probably have like 50 guests on because everybody who played Northwoods Rock Rally who couldn't do it tonight is going to come on after the show. And then we can talk about the show, which will be fun anyway.
Right.
And either way, we can plug the show just fine without them, you know?
Yeah, of course.
So who's stoked? Who's going out to Northwoods Rock Rally this weekend? Thank you, Stephanie.
I am.
Glad you liked it. We're actually about to announce another show in that area too, like maybe 40 minutes from Marietta. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Dude, PJ Farley is an awesome guy, man. Like, I'll tell you what, there's no shame in my game. I fucking loved Trickster. I still love Trickster, but I loved Trickster when they came out. And I met those guys maybe 20, 25 years ago, and they were great then. And I've just kind of stayed friends with PJ and Steve, and you know, and they're such cool dudes. And that's half the reason I'm going Thursday is because I want to see Trickster on Friday, and Smile Empty Souls playing on Thursday, so I want to get there early and see them. You know, I'm kind of bummed that they're playing on Thursday. So that's
me too.
You know, that's part of the reason I'm going Thursday. I want to go hang out with Sean. I want to see Trickster on Friday. I just feel like it's going to be a fun. Hey, I live 3 hours away. Why the fuck not? You know what I mean? It's going to be a fun hang. I can get there early, scope it out, kind of get the lay of the land, and I'll kind of have my shit together before you guys get there on Friday, you know?
Hell yeah.
Dude, I love the low end of the mix of the whole record. It's so fun. I just listened to the whole thing again today. One of my friends came up to visit, and we were driving today, and I played some of the record in the car, and god damn it, it hits so hard. Like it just god damn it, it's so good.
Yeah, Matt LaPlante did a great job bringing out all the right things.
Fucking A. Are we playing with Cradle of Filth and Devil Driver? And imagine what a show that would be. Taproot, Cradle of Filth, Devil Driver, Guar, and ICP. Now that would be a show.
Huh.
But yeah, no, Matt did a great job. Dude, there's so much low end. Who said that was Dawn. Dawn said they're out camping at Northwoods Rock Rally already.
Wow.
So Taproot headlining Saturday, Northwoods Rock Rally in Glen Flora, Wisconsin, in the middle of, AKA the middle of fucking, I don't even know where it is. I mean, honestly, I'm going to thank God for Google. I have no clue. I've lived in Wisconsin half my life. I do not know where Glen Flora is.
It's just east of Ladysmith.
Oh, well, that narrows it. Thank you, Phil. You. Yeah, dude, I was so happy when I found out PJ was playing in Raw. Like, that was kind of sort of when I started hanging out with him again. When I ran into him at some festival somewhere, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing here? And this was like in the 2000s, like some big like Ozfest, like Radio Fest type thing. I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, dude, I'm playing on Raw. And Trickster was kind of done at that point. That was like when, those 80s bands sort of, most of them weren't functioning.
Yeah.
Period. And dude, he was just there. And I do he's like, I'm playing in Raw now. And I'm like, oh, that's so fucking dope, man.
Yeah, right.
I was super stoked he got into like a cool kind of modern, because PJ's a great fucking bass player, man. He really is. And he's a great fucking dude. They're all good players.
Yeah, right.
Sunday to Sunday. That's a big week. It's a big week, Dawn. Hope you guys aren't going to be partied out by the time we get there. So, dude, can we get fucking scissors out first when you're asking when the next record will be? Like, who knows if there ever will be another record? Just buy fucking scissors.
He's just fucking with you, I think.
I know. I just saw him with Fozzy. I just saw him a couple months ago with Fozzy. And they're great. Jericho's fucking awesome too, man. But Yeah, he's great with Fozzy too. He's in another band called Quarantine with Jericho. That's like a Kiss tribute. I think that's the only band PJ's in that I have not seen him in yet. Is Quarantine, which is like their Kiss tribute thing. Which is, and me and Jericho have talked about this before on podcasts and interviews. We're both like '80s Kiss guys. Like, everybody's like, when I went and saw Fozzy that night, I wore my Animalize shirt, and PJ made fun of me. I'm like, motherfucker. And it's the ugliest. Like, I should go. It's like white and has like leopard and like zebra. It's like full on '80s, and it's white.
Yeah.
I might wear it this weekend. Fuck it. Fuck everybody. That's how I roll.
Hell yeah.
So, yes. Oh no, that. Sorry. Quarantine is good. Everything PJ does is good. So, Chad White, what up, dude? What up, Adam? So how's your week been going, Mr. Phil?
Busy. A lot of work stuff. A lot of extracurricular stuff. Kids are in football. I've been trying to squeeze in some jiu-jitsu. And yeah, it's been busy. But fun. I've been trying to get ready for these shows.
Yeah, I've just been in Taproot mode. That's all I've been doing, trying to get scissors done and
make sure we're good with hotels, make sure we're good with all the little things, make sure my fingers are in shape.
Yeah, good. Yeah, me too. Yeah, Bastard Inn is fucking dope, actually. I want to see them. And yeah, Rob Trujillo's son is in another band. What is it called? Ty or something? And I think they're on tour together, Bastard Inn and Ty. But yeah, they're both really good, man. Robert's kid kills. Have you ever seen Trujillo's kid play bass?
Yeah, when he did it with Korn.
Yeah, that's right. And then he was out touring with Suicidal for a while.
Yeah, dude, crazy.
Filling in for because Rod joined Korn. It's just crazy. What's up, Brad?
Oh yeah, thanks, Dennis.
But yeah, my week has just been Taproot, man.
Oh, speaking of, we haven't talked about this yet, but the title and registration, it's finally coming. We're not there yet, but we're almost there.
We can see the finish line.
We can see the finish line. Yeah. What's funny is I took me the third time talking to the people at the bank where I have my loan through, for him to go, I don't know what these so the first person I talked to had an idea that didn't work. Second person I talked to said, I don't know what that first person, because the first person basically said, you get your title we can send you your title. It'll take about 4 weeks. I was like, what? So yeah, 4 weeks to get your title. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
No, what the fuck? Like, first you just drive the car, not drive the car for.
And I'm like, but here it gets even weird. I go, like, a copy of the title. She's like, no, the actual title. I'm like, that doesn't. So I called the next day and said, listen, the last person said something, but it didn't make sense. What do you got for me, basically?
Well, usually they just send a title. I know, and it might be different in Ohio. Here, they just send a title that just says it has a lien on it. It says lien holder, blah, blah,
blah.
And they send you the title. That's what I assume they would do. I don't know. It's so weird. Well,
Wisconsin, there is something apparently weird about Wisconsin and releasing titles. I don't know what it is. You have to, whatever it is, right? It got solved, though. But so the next person I talked to said, yes, in the system, they should be able to see it now.
Yeah.
So I go to my BMV, and they're like, no, you got to go to the clerk of courts. So I call the clerk of courts trying to figure this stuff out. And it's just not, they're just like, you got to talk to Wisconsin. We don't, I don't know why you don't have a title. And I was like, I've been trying. So I call Wisconsin. They tell me my lien holder should have it, which I thought from the beginning. So I go back and call.
Yeah. And then they do. I talked to the dealer and the DMV. Everybody said it was already transferred to Ohio. Wisconsin had nothing to do with it anymore.
Yeah, I know, I'm tired. So then I go back to my people I've talked to twice, and the third guy goes, yeah, I don't know what those other people were doing. We'll get you that. We'll expedite it. We'll get it in 2 days. Woo-hoo! So it's like if I wasn't persistent and just accepted their weird answers and just kept digging around elsewhere,
it never would have happened.
Never happened. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all got to be persistent. None of this would have happened if we weren't persistent, though. I mean, this record wouldn't have gotten done if I wasn't persistent. We would never be able to go on tour because we wouldn't be able to drive the van legally.
Yeah, right.
That we just bought for an exorbitant amount of money. I've just been driving it illegally and nobody's noticed yet. So
Yeah.
I'll be rolling. I'll be rolling dirty this weekend. I'm hoping you can get the plates and bring them with you this weekend, or I'm gonna be rolling dirty till
I know.
next week when you can mail them.
Yeah.
See me rolling, they hating, patrolling, trying to catch me riding dirty. Yeah, we're trying to title a Wisconsin vehicle in Ohio, so we have the reverse problem. But same thing. Yeah, I live in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
She lives in Ohio. The bank where we bought the van is in Ohio, but I found a van here in Wisconsin. So figure that out. You're absolutely right, Chad. If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Phil, you want to handle that?
Yeah, they went good. They were like the playing of the show was the easiest and the fun part, right? Everything else was difficult and chaotic, and last like just made it work though. You know, everyone stepped up, made it work. We had a lot of chaos going on to get to that first show.
Yeah.
And
but you know, it wasn't even that much chaos. Considering how much chaos it was wasn't
you're
even
right.
really that chaotic. Like
You're right. It was just
first
controlled
thing,
chaos.
Shit, it was just like you just fucking just handle it and it's done. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
For as much chaos as there was, it wasn't as chaotic as it could have been.
Well, because we're seasoned professionals.
We're fucking pros, man.
Yeah, man. We didn't let that phase us.
Yeah.
Oh, don't have an amp for our singer? Psh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck. All right. Give me. I'll find
No
one.
problem. 17 boxes of merch sent to the UPS store.
Via FedEx. No problem.
With the UPS place calling us saying, "Hey, are you guys gonna pick up these boxes? Because there's a lot of them."
And it wasn't even that many when I got there. I didn't even take up that much room. But I told them I was going to be there like 1, 2 o'clock on Friday, and they're like, "That's fine." I was in constant communication. I called them 3 times that week, you know, so they knew. But hey, I don't mind. They, you know,
they're just trying to escalate the issue. They're escalating the issue to me. Can you get this guy over here faster?
Right, I know, right? They did, and then they called you. I'm the one who called them 6 times, gave them my phone number, and then they call you. They call you. Apparently, they thought you were the responsible adult.
Taylor they don't realize me and you. Yeah, he did.
Taylor killed it. Talk about how awesome Taylor is for a second while I make a new banner.
Yeah, so obviously he had to learn the most. You know, me and Jared and Steve have all played these songs a bunch, so he had to learn everything. In addition to doing his own band stuff, in addition to traveling over to Europe for a couple weeks, like in addition to holding a full-time painting job, you know, in addition to all the stuff he does, man, the guy is hustling and getting things done and still managed to learn all the songs, and he rocked it, man. He sounded good. He played good. His on-stage energy was awesome. Playing with him was really cool. You know, it's didn't miss a beat. Like it wasn't like a big, like it wasn't. It just was what it was. Just fun. You know, the way it's supposed to be. Just fun to play with him because I know he loves it. He had a great energy. I said this before, but like there's a part when we were doing Myself, and it was right before we played Myself. And Taylor spoke to the crowd and did his whole, you know, little hype for the song, and it got me hyped. You know, we played the song, and you know, basically, like, we're gonna, you know, y'all better be kicking ass.
Isn't it funny how you can inject some new blood into something and it totally changes everything, the dynamic internally, externally.
Yeah,
it really does. You know, and there's something to be said for Megadeth and all those bands, like where Mustaine always gets these kind of new, young, hotshot guys in the band, and it's, I mean, again, the band he has now with Dirk and Kiko is like, you know, the best version of Megadeth I think since like Rust in Peace. You know what I mean?
Right.
You put in these Hi Pebbles. What are you doing? You know, you put in you inject this new fucking blood, and yeah, he does. He fits the band fucking awesome, and you know, he definitely I didn't say it, you did, Chris.
Well, also, so the second night was even crazier because the second night we didn't get a sound check.
None.
Because we shot a music video that morning. So we get there late. Everyone's already on stage. Basically, the opening band truck stop is setting up, and they're going to do a quick little line check, sound check thing. And so we're setting up behind everything. Like, I don't even know why we're bothering to set up. There's really nowhere to even put our crap, right? But anyway, we're setting up, and the whole thing's just a mess. And So we don't really get to line check or sound check till we're about to go on. Like, and they plug in our line. Or rather, I'm sorry, we line checked earlier and then they unplugged all our lines. So it's like,
so
why do?
Pointless. It was pointless. It was totally throw and go, basically.
Yep.
You know?
And every one of us, me, Steve, Jared, and Taylor, all said the same thing because we talked about it afterwards. How was your stage sound? What did you hear? I was like, I heard, it was just like a constant hum of no particular notes. And basically playing the song by memory, right? I can hear enough to know where the song is, but like a lot of it's just like there's no. It was hard, you know. It's frustrating. And Taylor nailed it. I nailed it. Jared nailed it. We all still did our parts, but man, when you're playing a show like that, it's just so not as fun, you know. It's not as fun when you can't really hear the songs you're playing.
I know, and that's funny. That's the first thing you guys said to me when you got off was, everybody thought it sounded horrible. I'm like, no, the stage volume, the stage sound was horrible. In the crowd, it sounded fucking great, though. That's what's funny. Like, because I was kind of in front of the barrier for a lot of the show, and then I went around the back. So I kind of heard, but when I got on stage, I heard, oh my God, the on-stage sound was fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
But in the crowd, the house sound, it actually sounded fucking great. It really
that's what I mean. I mean, we still did great because I heard it in the videos. I'm like, okay, you know, it doesn't matter. I mean, again, for me, I've played these songs enough. It's not that big a deal. But for Taylor to do that in that situation and still no problem, dude's a pro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is. And you know, guys, there's no point in arguing. You know, if you like Mike, that's awesome. If you like Taylor, that's awesome. But Mike's not in the band. He will never be in the band again. And Taylor is. So hopefully you like Taylor. If not, learn to live with it because he's staying.
Yeah. Taylor's great, dude. The energy.
And if Mike was in the band wouldn't be doing any of this because the band wouldn't function, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the absolute fucking reality. If Mike was in the band, I wouldn't be doing any of this. The band probably wouldn't even be together because the dysfunction and the fissure. There's certain things you can't get past, and it is what it is. So if you're happy Taproot's back, well, then be happy Mike's not here because if he was, Taproot wouldn't.
Yeah, they are mutually exclusive concepts.
Yeah, they really are. They absolutely are. Hi, Taylor. Speaking of Taylor.
Yeah. Stop. You stop.
Look, and the reality is, I have no issue with Mike. I don't think any of you guys do. I think as far as we're all concerned, it's all smooth and it's all cool. He's doing his thing, and there's no beef. Like him and Steve squashed it, and it is what it is. And I don't care. We've just all moved on, and we're doing this thing now, and this is what Taproot is now and what it's going to be for the future. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty fucking stoked with it. I don't know about you.
Yeah, man. We have a killer team. And what's funny, it's like all semi-new, you know? Like, I mentioned before, like, we met Dennis kind of through Facebook, really. You know, hit us up. So I talked to him. You talked to him first. I talked to him next. Seemed like a cool dude. And then when it was come time to, you know, do these shows and Sean couldn't do them outside of Michigan. So it's like, hey, Dennis, you know, he actually offered, you know, and before that. And then I was like, well, maybe, you know, Sean's not sure what he can do. And then when Sean couldn't do it, bringing Dennis on the road, dude, on a whim. I wasn't, you know, I never said this, but I was like, we didn't need him for the video shoot, right? I didn't know him well enough. I almost said, you know, or not video shoot, for the rehearsals, right? Kind of, but not really, right? I got to drive up.
If the knucklehead would have actually brought his tools and stuff, I gave him so much.
No. Even besides that, I meant even besides that, just in general, right? Like, like I'm driving up with a guy I don't really know from Ohio. I just decided to take a chance. Like, what the hell, you know? Why not? Yeah, we're gonna spend some time with him anyway. Might as well get to know him. And great dude. We've got Rob from Cincinnati, who I've met a small handful of times, but didn't really know him. And he came out great dude. Everybody loves him. He got our scrims working that second night. Made our stage show look so good, dude.
Awesome.
So good, and stepped out on his own. Like, hey, I saw you guys have those things. Like, no one was asking him. No, and I even dropped it. I know.
I'd given up on him. I'm like,
and he made it happen, dude.
Speaking of which, did you order the frames? Do you have them now?
Yep. Okay, I have the frames.
And by the way, I just wanted to say this one thing to address this. And you're right, Lee. Mike was great. Mike was there for a big part of the band. No one's trying to rewrite history and act like Mike wasn't in the band. Like, Mike did his thing, and it was awesome. And you know, that was that chapter of Taproot. This is a new one, and we're writing new chapters. It's a new record, and you know what? The reality is, like, this record was all fucking Steve. It was, you know what I mean? It's like it is what it is, man. This is this chapter of Taproot, and we're without the first chapter of Taproot, this one wouldn't be here, and without the changes we made, this one wouldn't be here either. You know what I mean? So I'm stoked for all of it, man. I appreciate the history of Taproot and all the amazing things you guys did before. I appreciate that I'm involved now and the amazing shit we're doing now.
Yeah, Dennis. Hell yeah. And so yeah, we got Dennis, we got Rob, we've got Julius, who you met for the first time.
I did. I got to hang with Julius is here somewhere too.
Yeah. But you met him on the way, right? Like
I did. Same as you and Dennis first. It was like you picked him up, you got in the van, all right, let's go. And so funny, man. Like I kind of feel bad. Like I'm kind of a fucking slave driver with shit, man. We were joking around about it, but I'm like the wolf from Pulp Fiction. I think fast, I talk fast, I act fast, because shit needs to get done. You know what I mean? But I feel bad though. I try not to be hard on everybody. I try and be as kind as I can, but sometimes it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to rub your balls while I tell you to do it. You know what I mean? It's like I just, but I kind of, I hope Julius and everybody still loves me. And
dude.
Business, man. It's business. And
everybody made things happen. That's like everybody made things happen, and we got it done. Merch is good. Speaking of, we have Macy on merch. Macy, who again we've all never hung out with her before, and she came out on the road with us, and she was great, dude. Everyone loved her. Yeah. She was fantastic. She did a great job doing everything and stepping up, and it's nice to have a group of people all with the same vision and goal, like understanding that this is just what we're doing, right? We make this happen. We don't bitch and moan and go, oh my God, I can't believe it. Who forgot Steve's fucking head? Who did this? Who did that? You know what I mean? Like finger pointing and it just gets stupid, There
was none of that ever with anybody.
Not a single moment.
There's a problem. We just all collectively figured the fuck out and fixed it. When Steve forgot his head, I mean, we didn't know. I mean, if it was Steve or me or who the fuck did, I just said, okay, I'll get on the phone and find us a fucking head. And we had a fucking head and it worked. And the next day, hit up Sean. Hey, I bet you he's got a head. Yep. Okay, cool.
Right.
So thank you, Sean Daniels. And without him, we couldn't have played on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then who was it? Was it Theriaka? Was it Nate? Was it you that let us use your head on Friday? I think it was.
Yeah, Theriaka, yeah.
Thanks, Nate. He's here somewhere too. He was earlier anyway.
Yeah, man.
It is. It's a good team, man. I love our team. And we love you too, Julius. So, Julius, are you driving? You're driving yourself this weekend, right?
Yeah, we didn't talk about it, but it makes sense too. I'm kind of like, you're kind of out of the way for him.
Well, yeah. And I think he's, I'm going.
Oh, yeah. He's got some other stuff going on, right?
Yeah. He's bringing his girlfriend, I think, with. And yeah, he's an hour the other way for me. So I think he's just going to drive up himself. That's what we talked about.
Yeah.
Theriaka. Jesus Christ, man. I remember when Chimera first came out and nobody knew how the fuck to pronounce their name either. It was like Chamaria. Like, and literally, it was my fucking idea to put Chimera had this little phonetic spelling as part of their logo on the first record. And that was my idea. I'm like, let's take and put a phonetic spelling so people know how to pronounce the band. And it worked.
Right.
After that, maybe you guys should do that. Maybe you should put a phonetic spelling in brackets after your name, Nate.
Theriaka.
I don't know.
Theriaka.
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 That didn't make any fucking sense.
Theriaka.
Yeah.
Theriaka.
But yeah, we're gonna do another show with Theriaka. That's gonna be announced soon. We're announcing one more show this year. We weren't going to, and then something popped up, and we're like, sure, what the fuck? So I don't know when we're gonna announce it, but soon. And Theriaka may or may not be on it.
Theriaca.
I know how to spell it. I just probably don't know.
Well, I don't think people hearing us trying to say it are understanding how to spell it though.
Yeah, old Mark Hunter is right. Are you camping 2 nights? We're not camping at all. There's no camping for us. I'm there from Thursday on, and I got a fucking hotel. But anybody that's there Thursday, feel free to find me and come hang out, because I'm sure I'll be fucking bored. How did it feel playing with Jared again?
Awesome.
He's
Jared.
so awesome.
Jared's
so
the
awesome.
first drummer I ever learned to play with, so it's yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, no,
and also again, easygoing dude, just gets things done, focused on the task at hand. So I pulled in, I was late because I had to stop and see my friend Wiggly and Jacob in Wheeling. Just made a little pit stop, had some lunch. Lunch took a little long, so we're late to our first show, even though I told everyone to be on time.
Yeah.
That's what happens. But once we got there, and I know Julius is showing up, and he doesn't know Jared.
There he is right there.
Hell yeah. And him and Jared are just drums are already set up. We're 30 minutes, after like 1:30, that's like 1:30 or something, or 2:00. And they already have the drums set up, and the stage is, almost there. And it's like, working together.
Funny? Every week I invite these assholes to come in here. I didn't even bother this week because they didn't last week. Like last week, I emailed everybody like, hey, if you guys want to jump on for a minute. Nobody else did but me and you. I think Steve did last week too. Did we have somebody on last week? Was that Fear Factory thing last week, or was that the week?
Yeah, I think it was last week.
Yeah, and it's so funny though. They never come on here. They could be on here with us, but they're always in the chat. Like, it's so funny. Like, they just want to fanboy out and watch us do it because apparently we're so entertaining that J-Rod and Taylor.
Well, Taylor's probably practicing No One Else to Blame while listening to us talk. And
I know, right? Taylor's over there trying to learn the whole Scissors record.
Jared's working on his next book.
Jared did fucking kill it though. J-Rod.
Oh yeah.
Ayeka. Next time I swing through Wheeling. Chad wants you to.
Oh, there you go.
I don't even know what the fuck is Wheeling. Is that in Ohio?
West Virginia.
Yeah, the next time we swing through Wheeling, West Virginia, we'll hit you up, Chad.
I think so, right? Yeah, Wheeling, West Virginia. Yeah.
And we love you. And I'm sure when he says you guys, he means Taproot, not me specifically. But I love you too, Kenneth.
Guys, me and you are the guys. Yeah, West Virginia.
I know, isn't it? It is fun to play. It's fun to listen to, man. I'm stoked you guys are throwing that in. I got my way. I figured if I released it and made everybody love it, Steve would go, "Fuck it, we'll play it." So delicious. I'm like Mr. Burns over here.
Excellent. Yeah, we're talking.
Yeah, which we do got to talk about this week, like in a big way. Like we got to start locking in some of that shit for next year.
Yeah, right.
We keep talking about it, and then we never do. Like literally 2 months ago, I'm like, oh yeah, we got to talk this week and start locking in the shit for next year. And we still have some of those offers just kind of hanging. And eventually, we're talking about trying to get to Florida, trying to get to Texas, trying to get to the West Coast. We got a couple standing offers in a couple places. Maybe the Whiskey A Go-Go, which would be fucking rad. We might be playing a really big festival in Las Vegas next year. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Nudge, wink, wink. Say no more. Say no more.
Right. Say no more. Say no more. Puppet Master. That's it. I am the master of puppets.
That's our next song title. Next album title.
Master. I mean, probably. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm the one who does it, so I guess probably. As long as my phone is charged or I'm not too busy. I like those shows. I mean, they just. I wasn't even planning on doing that. The band just sounded so killer that I'm like, dude, I have to live stream this. I didn't even plan that. We've been filming all this footage, so we've talked about this on here before. Eventually, we're going to do like a long format, like a Pantera home video, like the old Metallica ones. Like we're going to do a Taproot home video. That's going to be a bunch of live. We're basically filming every show and everything on this tour, everything we're doing.
Almost every show.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's why we have Rob out with us filming the shows and filming the footage to do like a DVD. It'll be a combination of like live footage from this tour and this stuff, and then some older footage and some old stuff and behind the scenes stuff. And so yeah, I had no intention of live streaming. They just sounded so great. And it was so funny afterwards. I'm like, dude, that was so brilliant. Because everybody, once they saw how good you guys sounded, like everybody was even more pumped for the shows coming up, I mean, and you did. You guys really I mean, I didn't know. Let's be totally honest. Going into these first two shows, none of us knew what the fuck we were walking into. We had no clue. Like, is this going to be awesome? Is it going to fucking suck? Is it going to be a train wreck?
Yeah, rehearsal didn't really show us that much, right? Because we couldn't.
We rehearsed
we're not
one day
out.
for like 3 hours, you know?
2 days for like.
And there was
hours.
no PA, there was no vocals, so we couldn't hear Steve, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no. So we went into this not knowing. I mean, again, in the second they hit the stage, you know, my jaw was on the floor, and I'm just like, my God, they sound. I mean, honestly, like, as far as I'm concerned, I've been seeing you guys for 20 fucking years more, and I honestly felt like you guys sounded better than you did before. I mean, you know, I mean, 15 years ago, and you sounded better now. I mean, I really think that, you know what I mean? Like, I think you guys sounded. I think you sounded tight as fuck. I think having Jared back in the band, like, just unmistakably, like, nobody plays like Jared. There's just a certain way Jared plays and plays those songs that it just automatically sounds like Taproot. You know,
right.
Like, everybody else that's played in the band, they're awesome drummers, but they were just trying to play like Jared. You know what I mean? It's like, it'd be like somebody else being in Metallica, you know, or somebody else being in Slayer. You know what I mean? Like, they're just playing like Dave Lombardo. Same thing, man. Jared has his own style and kind of, you know, and so there's just having him back there, and, you know, I feel like Taylor adds a totally different, heavier energy, and I feel like he's more aggressive on stage, and I honestly, I think he's tight, man. I think Taylor's a way tighter rhythm player than, you know, I don't know, just everything
than other people,
so tight. And Steve, and I don't want to diss anybody else, but again, I personally think Taylor makes the band sound tighter than you did with Mike. Whether people like it, people love Mike. Mike was the original guy. That's what they're used to. I get that. It's like demoitis. You know what I mean? Like, it is. But, you know, from a totally neutral perspective, like, I think you sound tighter with Taylor. I think Taylor's a tighter rhythm player. I mean, I think he just is. I think his tone is better.
I think his new nickname is Tight Taylor.
Tight, yeah. New nickname. That's been his nickname. So again, I'm not trying to diss Mike at all. I'm just talking about, you know, again, Mike had his place, and again, what he did in the band was so important to what you guys did then. But again, I think just from a purely live perspective and tone and everything else, like, I feel like you guys are tighter now than you were then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having Jared back, everything the way it is. So I think it's awesome.
Awesome.
And I'm not in the band, so I can say this shit, you know? Oh yeah, did you guys see the revolver thing?
Yeah, Revolver said that was cool.
I was so stoked. And Graham Hartman, thank you. He's an awesome dude. But yeah, dude, Revolver did a really nice little write up, and No One Else to Blame. Called it one of the 6 best new songs out right now, and talked about what an evolution it was for the band, and he was right on the money too. Everything he said, man, it was, dude. I ask myself this every time I look at Phil. I look at his, like, Easter shirt. Like, Phil always has the most neutral, unoffensive garments. Like, what is that? A fucking fish shirt?
No, it's it's homemade. I made this at my friend Jennifer's house.
Really?
Our kids hang out together.
And he makes his own tie-dye. Like, look at you, Phil. You are a Renaissance man. Oh, dude, and that's the other thing, too, that Taylor brings. Taylor can fucking sing, and god damn it, that added so much. Having those harmonies that you never had fucking live before. God damn it. Yes, thank you, Jared. You're absolutely... That was the other thing I was going to say. Please make a tight tailored t-shirt. Please, 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 please. And it's nice to have tight Taylor on the mic. Mike did. Mike had a cool stage presence. It's just totally different. Again, that's the other awesome thing is Taylor can fucking sing. Like, having that extra guy doing the harmonies, adds so much.
Hell yeah.
Well, thank you, Brad. I mean, I guess I am kind of like the 5th Beatle, right? So I'll take it.
You're our Lou Pearlman, dude.
Right. Can I at least be the Colonel? Do I have to be the boy band guy? Like, let me be the fucking Colonel. or like the Led Zeppelin dude. Like
I stand by my statement.
fine, I'll be Lou Pearlman. I mean, I could be David Geffen. I could be the Led Zeppelin manager guy. Which I'm fine. I'll be Lou Pearlman. Fine, and that makes you guys fucking in sync.
Exactly.
Look at you though. They probably wear homemade tie-dye shirts. Oh, my enthusiasm is all fake, by the way. It's all feigned for the internet. But thank you very much.
Yeah, he's a real asshole off screen.
I'm a fucking dick. That's Julius, that poor guy. Thank you for us sucking. That's hysterical. The backup vocalist for Steve. Yeah, I'm off stage with a mic. Yeah, Steve killed it. Steve sounds so good, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you don't know when you go into an unknown. There's so many variables going into something like this, especially with Steve hadn't sang in a long time, other than like doing the record and stuff. He really hadn't sang live in a long time. And I know some of the shows like you guys did in the middle, like Steve kind of blew out his voice and had some issues. So I was like, fuck. But he just killed it, man. Steve, I can't talk about how impressed I am with Steve Richards, man. Like, he fucking killed it. I love you, Steve Richards. I know you're not here, and you're probably not watching because you hate Facebook. If we were on Instagram, you'd probably be there talking shit. Taproot, Thom, and Tyke Taylor. Yes, favorite song. There is. I mean, we've dropped the track listing 10 times. Go look at the. I don't know if everybody saw. We released a limited edition pre-order for a fucking cassette, which turned out so dope. But if you go look at that post, the track listing's on there. I think it's 10 songs. 10 songs. And yeah, favorite song is officially the single. There's going to be a couple other singles for like metal radio and like kind of hard rock radio and stuff that are a little heavier, but those are kind of more just peripheral focus tracks. But yes, the real full-on single is favorite song. And it's fucking awesome. I wish we were playing louder. Hopefully we'll be playing all of those next year, man. I don't even know if we can talk about that, but we got offered one of them. Another band dropped off one of those festivals this year, and they offered us a great fucking slot, and we were heartbroken because we couldn't do it. We just hadn't rehearsed yet. We just weren't fucking ready. It would have been a huge opportunity, basically playing in between Lamb of God and Slipknot, and it killed us to not do it, but we just had to go, no. We just haven't rehearsed yet. Like, it was literally before we had even rehearsed the first time. We're like, we just can't fucking take the chance of, we have too much riding on you guys being awesome when you play again.
I think that was a good call, dude.
It was a fucking good call. All the calls we've made like that have been good.
That was a tough one.
Complete peace with all of those kind of calls we've had to make this year on passing on things and the other one.
Yep.
I am perfectly at peace, 100%. Yeah, no, it was definitely the right call. And hopefully we'll be on Louder Than Life and Incarceration and all the Danny Wimmer festivals next year. Hopefully we'll be on Rockfest next year. Hopefully we'll be on Sick New World in Las Vegas next year. Hopefully we'll get all those next year, and knock on wood, supposedly that's the conversation that we will get a lot of those things next year. So Yep, exactly. If it would, we just wouldn't want the first show back to be like a fucking train wreck, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Taproot sucks now."
Yeah, right.
We needed what we had. We needed to come out just have the first two shows just be fucking incredible, and people are losing their minds. And it probably would have been. We probably would have went and killed it there too. You know what I mean? But you just can't take that chance.
It would have been rough, dude. It would have been rough. I mean, that first rehearsal was rough. If we had done, if we hadn't had the first rehearsal, it would have been rough.
Yeah, it would have. It would have.
Fair Place Machine Shop, probably.
Oh yeah.
3 nights at the Machine Shop is up there. Cincinnati, I'm excited to play down here at the Blue Note.
Yeah, that's your hometown, buddy.
My second, my new hometown.
You guys to play in my hometown. We're playing the Epic Event Center in Green Bay, which is a huge. It's like 3,000 capacity. It's huge, man. It's cavernous, but there's a basketball court in the backstage. Like, it is the coolest. One of the coolest venues I've ever seen anywhere, dude. This place is so great, and Ryan and the people who run it are so fucking awesome, and it's such a great show. Make sure if you're around Wisconsin, you come Epic Event Center and check that show out.
Oh yeah, we have the King of Clubs in Columbus. That's Dennis keeps telling me how great of a venue it is, and I've heard good things.
Oh,
Yeah,
you guys never played there before?
it wasn't around yet.
King of Clubs is a great room. What else are we playing? Route 20 in Racine. We're playing. It's a really good room. The Forge is a cool room. Like everywhere we're playing is cool rooms, man. Even the smaller places. You know, the Winchester in Cleveland is a cool room. I actually played at the Winchester. Me and Ellison played at the Winchester a couple, and it was cool. Fucking actually. I'm losing my fucking mind. J-Man from Mushroomhead came up and did P-Cells or something with us. It was not J-Man. The fucking Jesus. I'm losing my mind. Not Waylon, not J-Man. The other Jeffrey Nothing came up and did a song with us. He came out and hung out, and it was awesome. But thank you, Nathan. We appreciate that.
Yeah, District 142 and Wyandotte/Detroit. Yeah,
that's an awesome. That show's gonna be fun too. As I Set My Friends on Fire. Yeah. That one's gonna be a whole nother level of fucking crazy. We wish you were going to one of the shows too. Stop you on them, Phil. Oh yeah, Taste of Madison.
Oh yeah.
Excited about that, even though they haven't put us on one flyer for it yet. It's all non-point Aranda. Oh, I think Taproot's playing too.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. We're just happy to be there, and it's going to be all like they don't need to promote it, but it's going to be packed in 10,000 fucking people. Yeah, so whatever. They don't have to promote it, so we're just happy to be there. But yeah, that'll be fucking awesome. That's awesome. So I love Jeff. He's a cool guy, even if apparently I can't remember his fucking name. I feel so. I was just having a total brain fart for a minute there.
It happens.
Mushroom Head and they're 9,400. I know we're tired too. We're going to wrap up in a minute here. Maybe we'll close up a couple more comments. Maybe play one more song to see us out the door. Night, buddy. See you soon.
Good night.
Yeah, I like the Forge too. All these venues are awesome, though, like I was saying. So why don't we kick out with some No One Else to Blame?
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the mix I have on here as the final one. I'm going to have the final one just to be safe. I think the one I had on here was final anyway, but now it'll be real final. Wouldn't it be funny if I accidentally added a different song and played that instead?
That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy if I accidentally did this. Wait, that's not it. Enough of that. I just love fucking with people. God, that song is so dope.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. I can't wait till you guys hear this fucking record, man. Right, Jen? All right. We are going to do Taproot next year. I wish I didn't have it. It's hard, man. You don't want to hear it again. Stop it. I wish this thing just stopped.
I know, right?
I could just leave this on and let it loop infinitely and play that song for like 2 days and annoy everybody. Yeah, no one else to blame marathon.
Yeah, right.
All right, Philip. Well, this has been fun. Brief, but fun.
Yeah, man. Well, still an hour.
I know, it was an hour. I mean, look, next week we'll have some guests on and recap. And so, dude, did you see this? How awesome is that, man? He said the lyrics to that song have helped me through a few times. That's what it's all about, man. And that's why I picked that song. I really feel like the lyrics to that song are important. That is something about that song that just hit me a certain way. And I'm like, we're releasing this fucking song. And Steve didn't want to. And he actually came around. Now he's like, dude, I love that fucking song now that it's done. And, it took, but I was just, for whatever reason, man, I just had this. And Phil did too. Phil wasn't, and they'd played it before. And Phil was kind of the one that kept saying, no one else to blame, no one else to blame, no one else to blame. And then I started saying, no one else to blame, no one else to blame. And I got the record. And then I was like, yeah, no one else to blame, no one else to blame. And here we are.
Yeah, man. I love that song. I'm glad we got it out there.
Me too. And look, the reaction's great. And I feel like it's what people needed to hear next. They heard VIP, which is heavy, but then they heard this, and it's got a little bit of that more modern, almost metalcore fucking evolution in it. And I think all these are just setting up the record. I don't think people are ready for this record, man. I think their heads are all going to explode when they finally get it. So, all right, kids. Night, Philly.
Good night, everyone. See you next week, probably.
Yeah, probably.